The assembly of the HEUI system begins with the preliminary assembly of the unit with a three-way valve and pressure regulator. Install the pressure regulator onto the bracket. Next, screw in the fittings with the pre-installed seals and tighten them. Similarly, screw the fittings into the three-way valve. Then, install the plate with graphic information onto the three-way valve. To do this, you need to remove the handle and the disc with a cutout, the stroke limiter. The handle should be installed with a 45-degree offset from the original position. Ensure that when turning the handle, its extreme positions match the image on the plate. After this, tighten the locking screw. Attach a short hose with a fitting for connection to the pump to the central hull of the three-way valve. Do not tighten the hose completely, so that it can rotate freely for easier further assembly. By combining the three-way valve and pressure regulator, you get the ready unit for installation on the stand. Next, install the pressure gauge on the stand, which displays the pressure of the calibration fluid in the supply line, and the pump injector adapter. Install an adapter on the pressure gauge. Then place the pressure gauge bracket in the test compartment. After that, install the pressure gauge and secure it with screws. The next step is installing the fittings for supplying the test fluid. Remove the caps from the back wall of the test compartment. Install the fittings for supplying calibration fluid into the test compartment. It is recommended to do this with two people. One person holds the fitting from the back of the stand, while the other tightens the fastening screws from the test compartment with the plate labeled fuel supply placed underneath. Similarly, install the fitting for the return flow. A plate labeled fuel return is placed in the test compartment. Finally, secure the fittings with nuts. Connect a plastic tube to the pressure gauge. Then connect its other end to the fitting on the rear panel. In the internal compartment, connect adapters for the rubber hose to the fittings for the supply and return of the calibration fluid. Next, assemble the throttle valve unit for regulating the calibration fluid supply pressure. Install the valve inside the computer block in the hole near the vacuum regulator valve. First, remove the adjustment handle from the valve. Lead the rubber hose through the hole in the case to the rear side of the test compartment. And connect it to the fitting labeled fuel return. After installation, secure the hose with clamp brackets. Connect an 8 mm Teflon tube to the valve fitting. And then connect it to the fitting on the fuel tank. Secure the pressure regulator valve to the stand's housing with a nut, place in a washer with a label "Oil Supply" underneath. After tightening the nut, install the adjustment handle and secure it with a screw. The next step is to install the previously assembled unit with a three-way valve and pressure regulator. Unscrew the bolts securing the fuel filter holder. Replace the bolts with longer ones included in the kit. Disconnect the Teflon tube from the lift pump. Use 2 wrenches to unscrew the T from the pump. Then also with 2 wrenches, loosen the connection between the T and the venturi tube. Install the unit with the pressure regulator on the top of the fuel filter holder bracket and secure it with the new bolts included in the kit. Connect the free end of the hose secured to the other half of three-way valve assembly to the pump outlet. This is the fitting from which the T with the venturi tube was unscrewed. Then screw the three-way valve back onto the pressure regulator. Attach the T with the venturi tube to the lower fitting of the three-way valve. After that, tighten all connections thoroughly with 2 wrenches to ensure sealing. Reconnect the Teflon tube that was previously disconnected from the T. Next, connect the return flow from the pressure regulator to the tank. Remove the fuel tank cover. Unscrew the cap. Install the fitting to connect the rubber hose to the tank. Attach the hose to the fitting. The other end of the hose should be connected to the return fitting of the pressure regulator. Secure the hose with clamp brackets. HEUI unit injector testing. Before testing, we prepare for the installation of the HEUI unit injector adapter. First, remove the upper plate of the injector holder bracket. Take off the injector adapter cap and the clamp bolt. Install the special plate for the HEUI unit injector adapter. After that, install the adapter with the unit injector and secure it with a clamp. Connect the return hoses. And the low-pressure supply hoses. Attach the high-pressure pipe to the accumulator and the adapter. Next, connect the control signal cable and close the adapter cover. To activate the low-pressure line, turn the valve to the HEUI position and disconnect the vacuum line. After that, start the pump and adjust the pressure of the test fluid using the pressure regulating valve. monitor the set pressure with a pressure gauge. Select the Caterpillar test plan in the Manufacturer section of the menu. Start the test. Thanks to the transparent body of the adapter, it is possible to visually monitor the operation of the unit injector. The unit injector goes through the set steps of the test plan. At the end of testing, the results are recorded in the test report.